Hello, let's play a bunch of New York Times games, but first we reveal our dad joke of the day and this day in history. For Thursday, April 9th, just went to a wedding that was so emotional, even the cake was in tears. All right. And what do you think happened on April 9th, 1939? Marian Anderson sings on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. On April 9th, 1939, Marian Anderson performed on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial to a crowd of 75,000 and a live radio audience of millions. Although Anderson was an international superstar in the 1930s, there were places in the United States where where a black woman was simply not welcome, no matter how famous. What surprised Anderson and many other Americans was that one such place was Constitution Hall, owned and operated by the Daughters of the American Revolution. When the group refused to allow Anderson to perform because of her skin color, it lost one of its most influential members, First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt. Roosevelt and other women quit the DAR in protest. The invitation to perform at the Lincoln Memorial came from Secretary of the Interior, Harold L. Ickes, who said in his introduction of Anderson that genius draws no color line. All right. I'd like to thank the following members who started a new month. Thank you to Ian Bolschweiler and Nate Asuncion. Butchering two names. Both Tier 2 members. So thank you so much for both of you having a second month at Tier 2. Very much appreciate that. All right. Well, let's start with connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. We've got Ram, Jack, Rip, Goat, Blue, Yolk, Cream, Low, Fish, Down, Dark, Paste, Shred, Rub, Archer, Balm. Okay. Almost nothing stuck there. Ram Max's memory. Yoke is like the thing for oxen, right? I don't know if it's only for oxen, but like holds them to the something to do with like controlling them. I'm not sure when they're pulling. I can't remember what's the name of the. Anyway, doesn't really matter. Could this be homophone of yolk YOLK? Maybe not today. Cream, goat. Oh, I've got nothing to like hold on to here. Rip or rest in peace. R.I.P. We have bluefish, redfish, bluefish. Oh boy. Shred, like shredding on a guitar or shredding cheese. Archer. It's a TV show. Also someone who shoots a bow. Starts with arch. I've got nothing. A balm maybe and a cream and a rub. Could these be like skincare? Maybe a paste. I don't know if skincare is right, but like ways that applicant things you would apply maybe. I'm gonna try it because I got nothing else. All right, it was correct. Ointment. All right. So I think I was on the right track with skincare. Or things you apply anyway. Okay, so that was green. So we still should have a synonym category because this was synonym. So yellow ought to be synonym. Although sometimes it's like really easy trivia or something, so you never know. Dark. Goat could okay, so goat could be greatest of all time. Rip could be rest in peace, and Ram could be random access memory. Could these be like words that are also acronyms? Words that are also acronyms. What would be the last one though? Blue, yolk, low, Jack, dark, down, fish, shred, archer. I don't see it. Is that a coincidence then? It could be. Or there's one that I don't know. Just blue. What's blue doing? Oh, you're blue, you're down. So you're feeling sad. You're low. Dark, maybe? Dark is the one I'm not 100% sure on. I'm going to try it anyway because I don't think anything else works. All right, that was yellow. Gloomy. Okay. So it was synonyms. Did I say green was synonyms? Because it's not. Anyway, it's a classification. All right. Well, we still have goat and ram and rip. So I'm thinking that there actually is another acronym that I don't know. So we got to figure out the other category. Fish, yoke, shred, archer, and jack. It's got to be a fill in the blank. What would be the fill in the blank? I don't think archer is going to be an acronym. It's just too long. Could be, but I don't think it is. So what are we doing with it? It's fill in the blank feels like what it's going to be, but what do we actually fill in the blank with archer? Nothing's coming to me. Darn it. Goat, ram, rip. Fish. Yoke. Shred. There's jackknife. I don't think these are is there an archer knife and a jackknife? Fish knife and yoke knife, maybe? I don't know. Or shred knife? I don't really know knives that well, but I know there's something called a jackknife. But isn't a jackknife actually, I mean, this would make it a fill in the blank. They're not all actually knives. Because jackknife is like some kind of maneuver in a car. Pretty sure. What would a fish knife be? The thing I'm thinking about fish knife would be like you'd use it to debone a fish or something, or to chop one up. Archer knife, I'm just thinking is a knife that an archer would carry. I'm just making this up though. Would a yoke knife be something, or a shred knife? I don't know. I gotta try something, so maybe. That wasn't one away. Okay, that's good info. Because that means that rip, ram, and goat don't go together. Is it as simple as ram, goat, and jack just being animals? Because that doesn't seem right. Because like jack is like a male donkey. Ram is a male sheep. Ram is a male sheep. But goat is just a goat. So what was not one away? It was shred, fish, archer, and jack. This was not one away. So we need to split it 2 and 2. So could it be jack, shred, and rip being like you're on a guitar? I don't know. Something about jack, shred, rip, and ram just feel like kind of verby to me. So I'm going to try that too. That's one away. Okay. What did we learn? I don't know. Jack, ram. So that means fish, yoke, archer, and goat is one away. I can't think what these categories actually are. It's a problem. So we learned this is one away, and we know that fish, shred, jack, and archer was not one away. So do we assume we could assume jack and shred go together along with either rip or ram? Fish could be a verb. I don't know what yoke means other than yoke. I mean, if you add an L, it's yokel. I don't think we're adding a letter though. So I'm thinking about removing one of these two and adding yoke and seeing what happens. Because I just don't know if archer, goat, or fish. I'm just going off pure vibes here. I have no idea what these categories are. But if I remove rip, do I like rip? I like rip with shred. I just like those together, which maybe means they don't go together. But we'll leave them together for now. I'll remove ram and I'll add yoke. Okay, that was correct. Muscular minus ed sound. Okay, so you're jacked, you're ripped, you're shredded, you're yoked. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have heard all of those words to mean muscular. Maybe that's what I was vibing. I'm not really sure. It may not have been. So what's fish, ram, archer, and goat? Oh, it's just star signs. Of course. Now that I know it's a category, it just jumps out. Zodiac symbols. Okay. Yeah, that's what I meant. All right, let's see what they gave it difficulty-wise. That is a fish with, it says Pisces, I guess. They gave it a 1.8. They thought it was easy. All right, let's see if everyone else thought it was easy. 72%? Yeah. I mean, it's no 80-something%, but relatively straightforward one today. No one else made... Oh, no. Other people made my guesses. 470K games, 156K. So what, there's like 2 or 3 other people who made my guess. Same exact guesses. That's crazy. 65% got green first. People noticed the zodiac. If I'd noticed the zodiac, it would have been over. I would have just had it. Because I know those zodiac signs, so it just didn't click. Anyway, second is very even. Ever. Not much to say. I mean, 10% got only green, 10% got green and yellow, 4% got nothing, 2% got green and blue. All right, lots of people just trying to fish out purple and blue, and I am not the only one who put ram with, yeah, so like tear apart, rip and shred, jack and ram. I was just thinking like verbs that mean tear apart or something like that. That's exactly what a bunch of people guessed. All right. So cream, jack, goat, and blue was a rainbow herring. Cream, jack, goat, and blue. I do not know what that rainbow herring is. That's a mystery. I'm sure someone will fill me in. Maybe the AI figured it out. Cream, jack. Oh, they're all cheeses, of course. Jack cheese, goat cheese, blue cheese, cream cheese. Okay, got it. Thank you, AI. Green, 54%. Blue, 13%. Yellow. Okay, so mostly people are locking in a correct thing first, and the people who aren't are locking in the cheeses or putting yolk in as with cream, paste, and balm. So not thinking of putting rub in with those. Okay. Well, geez. How'd you do? Hello, let's do pips for Thursday, April 9th. We'll do the easy, medium, then hard. Let's play. All right, these three add to 1, so we're going to have to do blank, blank, and then 1, 5. This is our only double. And then the equals are going to be the 2s, so the less than 4 goes there. All right, nice and easy, as it says on the tin. Let's do the medium. All right, do I see any geometry that might be helpful? We have a domino that has to 5, so that can't work. Do we have a 3 attached to a greater than 4? That might be an in. We do not. The only 3 we have is a 2, so that's going to go there. And then this is our only other 2, so 2, 6 has to go here because we don't have 2 more 6s to put in here. So this is a double. We have a blank. We have a 0, 0, and a 5, 5, and a 1, 1. So we have no idea what that double is. But we don't have another 1. We do have another 5. We do have another 0. But what's interesting is, yeah, whether we pick the 0 or the 5 as the other one, it's got a 4 at the other end. What do we do with that information? I mean, it probably goes in there. So this is another greater than 4. So if I use 3 5s, the only greater than 4 left I would have is this 5, 6, and that won't work. Right? If I put the 5, 5 here and the 5, 4 somewhere, the only greater than 4 left I have is this domino. No matter how I rotate it, it doesn't have another buddy. So we have to do the 0, 0, and then the 0, 4, I'm assuming goes in the 4, with the 5, 5 here, And then the, oh, maybe not. Let's think about this a little harder. So if we did the 0, 4 up, we would need a 6, 4 to go down, which we don't have. Okay, so 0, 4 does go here. And this has to add to 10. We don't have a 6, 4, so it is 5, 5. So how are we doing the rest of this then? 1, 4 in this 5. Yeah, and then we have the other 5. Okay, this actually works. All right. I just wasn't seeing it. Let's play the hard. Okay. I'm going to draw what geometry we can just figure out immediately. Is it just that, though? Okay. How many doubles do we have? We have a 3, 3 and a 4, 4. So if we did this double, we need to do this double, and then we need to do this double. That's 3 doubles. And I'm pretty sure we only have 2. I'm going to double check because this is a big important deduction, and I often miss dominoes. Okay, so we are not doing that, meaning this is offset, and that tells us how we are drawing all this. Okay, so that's all of our domino geometries. We're done. I feel like we're low digits are high in demand around here, and then another low digit here. Ones, twos, and zeros, ones, twos, and threes. This needs a 3 as well. So if I just count, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 from 0, 1, 2, 3. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind. We have a lot. Is it the high digits that are restricted then? I mean, this is a double. It's a 3, 3 or 4, 4. I didn't draw any other doubles. It's tempting to make this 1, 1, 1. Can we? There's only 3 ones. So if it's 1, 1, 1, we do the 1, 5 here because it's the only one that's greater than 3. And then we have 1, 0 and 1, 3 left. So both go into a 3. I don't know which way to go. If I did 1, 3 this way, this doesn't work because the only blanks left, because this would go here, the only blanks left would be a 5 and a 6. So these would be swapped. So that's a blank. And then this is, sorry, this is the 3. And so now I need a 3 connected to a less than 3. So the 3, 2 looks perfect. In fact, it's the only option. Okay. Now I don't think I should continue this way because a greater than 3 with a greater than 3. I mean, actually, do we have one? Is it just the 4, 4? We have a 4, 3. That would work. And we have a 4, 4. That would work. So I think we have to hold off. But it's actually surprisingly limited. I'm guessing it's the 4, 3. Oh no, 4, 3 doesn't work. 3 is no good. Is it just the 4, 4? It's just the 4, 4. Wow, I didn't think that was going to be restricted. And that puts the 3, 3 here. And now we have a 0, 6 and a 0, 5. We need something that can go to a 3. So we need to do the 0, 6 and then the 6, 3. Now this is greater than 3. We got plenty of those left. So what do we have doubles up? We have double 2, we have double 5, and that's it. So that means we're doing 6, 2 here and 2, 5 here. So we can do 5 blank here and then 3, 4 here. And actually that worked. So I started with the assumption that 3 was 1, 1, 1, and then it just kept working. And it was actually very forced to assume that. I don't know that you could prove. I don't know how to prove that it couldn't be like 0, 1, 2 or 0, 0, 3 or something like that. But there may have been a way, but if there was, I didn't see it. All right, cool. Well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do the mini crossword for Thursday, April 9th. We'll also do the MIDI after. Let's play. Slip-on shoe, or something you don't want in your bathtub. A slip-on shoe is like a slipper. There's a lot of them. Ancient artifact. Oh, croc? Nah. Ancient artifact. Ancient artifact. Other than artifact. I can't think of anything today. In a most unusual way. Strange, weird, maybe. Springs in a mattress. Aren't they just springs? Okay, Raven's Haven. Where do ravens live? Slip-on shoe are something you really don't want in your bathtub. Okay. Strung along. Boomers bop nowadays. What? Breathing organs for fish is gills. Okay, so even the only thing I had filled in was wrong. All right, fluid-filled lump is some kind of sack or not sack. Fluid-filled lump. Slip-on shoe or something you don't want in your bathtub. Clog, right? Okay, ancient artifact. Relic. Having one letter helps so much in a most unusual way. That one I'm not sure of. This is croc. Springs in a mattress. Coils. Okay, I should have had the S at the end. Raven's Haven. A nest. They live in nests. Strung along. Led on. Boomers bop nowadays. Oldie. Fluid-filled lump is a cyst. Oh, I hit U instead of Y. Cyst. Okay. I got there. I don't know why I had so much trouble. Most unusual way is oddly. So you did it in a most unusual way. You did it oddly. Okay, let's move on to the MIDI, and hopefully I don't struggle so much. It's called You Got It. Hopefully. White as a sheet. Pale. Member of the K-pop boy band Stray Kids, for example. I don't know. Blank chef. Cooking show cooking competition show. Blank chef. I know Top Chef. Huh. Let's see if we can get these downs actually. Parts of cherries. Pits. Region. Area. Surfing equipment less maneuverable than its shorter cousin. Some kind of paddleboard type thing. Longboard. Okay. Come to a close. End. So iron. Iron Chef. Yes, I have heard of Iron Chef. I've watched Iron Chef. Be inclined to. Tend. You tend to. You incline to. Droop is sag. Okay, these all look correct. Let's just keep doing these then. I feel like this is like an idle. Oh my gosh. Sorry for the weird noises. Luggage handle dangler. Luggage handle dangler? I'm sure I'll get it once I figure it out. You know what I mean. Pop-up window on a computer screen. Pop-up window. What's our theme, by the way? Because we've got these circles. 5 in a row winners shout. Bingo. Or when read as 4 words, a literal feature of 3 and 6 down. 4 words. Because I can see be in go. Be in G O. Okay. So the B is between our G and our O. I would assume. Pop up a dialogue box. Okay. Eat supper. Dine. Social grace. Social grace. Stories told around a campfire. Tales. Settle down for the night as a chicken might. Roost. Baby got back. Sir Mix-a-Lot song. Spoken. Aloud. Oral. Double reed woodwind. The oboe. Insignificant. Word that aptly shares 75% of its letters with snooze. Snooze and doze. Audio downloads informally. Ebooks. I don't know. They mean ebooks. I was thinking audiobooks. And then I said ebooks for some reason, which is not an audiobook. Audio downloads are probably a song, but I'm not sure. Maybe pods? Maybe it's podcasts. Pods? All right, I had to think it through. Consciously uncoupled pair. Consciously uncoupled pair. An X or something? Let's just do the downs. Luggage handle dangler. Oh, an ID tag. Okay, that makes sense. Told you. Not never, but also never again. Once. Yes, we should. Let's. So this is tact. Yeah, social grace is tact. Bits of land in the ocean. Isles. Lopsided victory in sports lingo. A romp. Cookie that introduced a zero sugar variety in 2026. Oreo. Seep. Ooze. Golf accessories you can fit in your pocket. Tease. Poetic homage is an ode. Oh, so it's X's. Okay, X's mere. Insignificant as mere. I think I caught them, the rest of them. Cool. Well, how'd you do? Let's do strands. Today's theme is in the paint. In the paint. Are we talking about colors? We do have pastel here. So I see medium here. Is it on its own? Try it. Okay, just a spanogram on its own. So pastel. And comper. Do I know enough about paint? Let's see. Reslock. Man something. Phenom. Fresco. And man-eel. A man-eel. Lean. Okay, I'm gonna do this one later. Let's find the rest. Perar. Meep. Or peem. Meep. Meat. Pastel. Fresco. Just seems like painting terms, but this is medium. Medium is like... Is it the kind of paint you use? Like oil on canvas? Maybe it's the type of paint and what you're painting on. Is canvas here? I don't see it. Enamel? Okay. Pert. I don't know what's happening right now. Watercolor? Okay. Acrylic. And Paratem. Metarep. What is this? Art something? Rat something? Maybe erratemp. Maybe tempera? I don't know what tempera is. Okay, that last one was a bust, but I think I did okay. How'd you do? Hello, today's bonus game is Word 500. I'm playing on the Red Face Advanced difficulty. I want to start with Blaze today. I think having a mix of common and uncommon letters is helpful in Word 500. So we're just going to assume there's no Z. And the thing with B is about 60-something% of all the answer words that have a B start with B. And so the fact that we only have one yellow makes me think we don't have a B either. So we're just going to run on those assumptions until it forces us to think otherwise. Now, E is the most common letter, so we're just going to assume we have the E right now, and we're going to move it. We could try to use like an X, like we could do like a... I was going to say boxer, but obviously we already used the B, but like an OXER style word. Just something along those lines. Is there another one? Soxer? Toxer? We could do toxin. That's IN though. Can't use. We need the E. I just trying to use the X. Maybe I can use the Q. We could do quest. Okay. Ooh, that is very nice. Because all red means we don't have any of those letters. I like that. All right, so I'm going to use the A now. So maybe we're an AY word. I don't think I can use an X with that, but I could do, I don't know, Randy? Just something. One green, one yellow. I don't think I want the Y. If I take the Y, it's going to be green, and then I would need this to be yellow, and that's actually really hard to place an A. So I'm going to say the A was correct. And I'm going to say the R is in the word somewhere. So like an AR something. Is it a parch? Should be a word, right? Ooh, parch has... Oh, I should have done march instead of parch. There we go. Okay. Not a bad solve today. I think I logicked that well. It really does help to use these uncommon letters early on so you can focus more on, okay, what's actually colored here. And it leads you towards these 5 reds more often because, like, if there wasn't a U, there also wasn't going to be a Q, and so we're down to these 3, and we got lucky that EST weren't in. All right, cool. Well, let's spin the bonus game wheel and see what we're going to play tomorrow. It is the Daily Burgle, suggested by Merrimax8. So if you would like to play along, tomorrow we'll be playing the Daily Burgle, and there'll be a link in the description. It's also on screen. All right. And how'd you do? And that is it for this video. If you would like to watch me solve a Wordle, you can click at the end of the video. It'll take you right there. I also have a pinned comment with all the games I played today. And if you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.